Hi everyone, it's Anne here from Positively Papercraft. Today we are going to make a kind of fake flower like gift kind of box thing. I think you know what I mean. I've seen them in florists where they have like a kind of oval cut out and like you carry them, well you can carry them in a fancy little flower thing. So that's what we're going to attempt. I've got this beautiful tonic card that I found in my stash. This is 6 by 11 3/4. This is 6 by 9, but we'll come to them later. And then I've got a piece of this craft card which is 9 by 5 inches, and we're going to score this on all four sides at 1.5 inches. Okay. And this is going to make our base to hold all our flowers in. So 1.5, and then just keep turning it round. And this little piece in the middle here will end up being where we have our flowers. So I'll just fold and burnish this bit. And then we're going to cut up here and just take a little couple of pieces off the edge. And then, no, actually we'll cut it all the same. Alright. And then they'll just come up like this, and this will make our little box. So we'll quickly glue this together. So you're going to need a piece of the FLORISTS foam stuff. I've got a big brick here that I bought. I'll put the link for where I got mine. I think it was Amazon. And I'm just going to grab just this scrap because I know these are really messy. I hate these things. Now I know that I roughly need my bit of foam to be about 6 inches in length by 1.5 by 1.5. So I'm really just going to measure it, and I've just got a craft knife here, so I am going to cut it about 6 inches or just under this way. So if I cut this first. Okay, and I can just cut this down. Right, so that's the length done, and I want it about probably just under 1.5 high, if I'm honest. So I've got that in there. Now we need to hot glue the bottom. So I'm just going to put plenty hot glue on. and I'm going to glue this in to here. Okay, just press that down and let that dry. Now I'm going to clean up all these little bits and horrible messy things, and I'll be back in a tick. Okay, so I cleaned it all up. We've got our little stuff glued in there. Now I've given you a wrong measurement. I realised it wasn't right. These they both need to be 6 inches. One's 11¾ and then it's 10½. So 6 by 10½, 6 by 11¾ Now what we need to do is, I've already done one, but on what would be the bottom of our card we need to score at 1 inch. So I know that's going to be the bottom, so I need to score at 1 if you've got a directional paper anyway. So this is 10½, so I'm going to score at 9½. Okay, on the long side. Now put that away, because what we're going to do is the smaller one will be for the front, the larger one will be for the back. So this score line is gonna, this score section is going to glue underneath the box, and then the back would glue underneath. And the reason I've made the back slightly bigger is because we will be folding that over to create like a just a little closure with a ribbon and stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mark it with a pencil where it closes together like that. Okay, and I'm going to score it, and it works out at, well, I'm going to score it at 1¼ inches. So I've got my 11¾ piece. I've already scored it at 1 inch there, and then the top I'm going to score at 1¼ Is that right? Yes, 1¼ and that will be my like little closure flap at the top, which will poke some little holes through and put some ribbon. So that's what we're going to do with them. Now I've took a large oval die here. Why is the camera not focusing? I've took a large oval die and I want to cut it out the front and the back. So we have to bear in mind that we're going to have this coming up here, so we don't want to be cutting it where we're going to be able to see the box. So we're going to have to lift it up a little bit. Do you see what I mean? Make sure you have the box there, so you know that when you cut your oval you're not going to see the box through it. So yeah, I'm going to have mine about there, so I'm going to tape it down and then I'm going to run it through the big shot. Okay, and then when we cut the longer piece, what we will do is we will just pop it on here, and then we'll have the hole cut, so then we can lay the die on again and cut it at the same distance, the same position as exactly that one. So I'll run them through and I'll be straight back. Okay, so that's what I've got now. I've got the 2 ovals, and you can keep them for something else, a card or something. My oval happens to be 6 inches, but like I say, you could use anything. I would keep it more of a circle or an oval or some kind of rectangle shape, just so you can see the flowers through it, if you get what I mean. So we'll put them away for now. We're going to concentrate on lining. This is just basically going to be filled with flowers, and obviously we're kind of wanting them to be, you can see them through here, we want them to be popping through and whatnot. Now flowers, I've got, do you remember some of the peonies I made? I did a video, I'll link it up in the corner now, where I showed you how to make these from Formaran. I've got paper flowers, I've just got all sorts of little things, and what I've even done is I die cut some leaves from green card and I just put a little wire on them, and then I just glued a wire on, and then I wrapped it round with FLORISTS tape. So you can even use your own, you can use paper flowers, anything you want. And then these ones I might just possibly just glue them, you know, so they're kind of hanging over type of thing. But I've got all different kinds of silk, paper. Like I say, you can make all your own, you know, they don't have to be kind of bought flowers. You can make your own foam or your own paper. So I'll probably speed most of it up, and it's just really a case of popping them where you think. Now obviously these just go straight through the foam, so I want to really kind of have like a focal flower, and I've got a feeling that I may, oh no, that's okay, do you see what I mean? And then we're just going to kind of build up on it. So I think I'm going to just start with this one, and all you need to do is just put a little bit of glue on the edge of the flower, and then just glue it in to your foam stuff. Okay, and then I know that isn't going to catch on there, and that's going to sit in there quite well. So as I said, I'll probably build round and speed most of it up. Okay, so I'm quite happy with how it's looking now. I've just been keep adding them and adding them. Alright, so what I've done as well is on these two bottom pieces I've just put some double-sided tape, because I'm gonna pop them on now and see what it's looking like. So I'm gonna peel the tape off here. Alright, and this is gonna just sit just on there. Like that. Okay, underneath. And then the other one. And I mean, if you really were bothered about that, you could just cut another piece of this, which would be 2 by 6 to just cover that, which I might do. Now, so what will happen is this will, I'll do it lying down. So this will go over, and I wanted some of them kind of hanging you know, out the front and the sides a little bit, and then you can always add more now if you want, and then it will basically just go like this. Now what you can do as well is you can stick it on to the sides, so because we're going to put a ribbon through there, but you can also just stick it in the front like that. So it's just a case really of rearranging just how you've got your flowers, so you don't want them getting in the way, which some of them are, so I'm going to pull them out for now. And I've got my crocodile, and I'm just going to punch just a couple of holes. Okay, and then I have got some of this beautiful like purpley satiny ribbon. Isn't that just a gorgeous gift for somebody? Absolutely beautiful. Like I say, if you're still, the trick to getting it flatter is to just make sure that you haven't got flowers stuffed in there. Can you see there, that closes better already, because you really want them in and hanging out. And I might, I don't know, maybe put another and just hide it round like that, and you won't see any of the Florist's foam stuff. Now that is beautiful, just makes a gorgeous gift for anybody. And what I did as well was I've got this butterfly die, so what I did was I just glued some wire in it, and then I cut it out again and stuck it over the back and hid it. And what I was going to do was I was just going to pop this in the foam. I can actually hit the damn foam. And we've got a beautiful little butterfly in as well. Absolutely gorgeous. So I hope you'll give one a try, and as I said, you can just use whatever you've got. You don't have to, you know, if you've got paper flowers or foam, or you can make your own. You know, you can use whatever you have, and as I said, I'll link the tutorial for that. But that is beautiful. Makes an absolute gorgeous gift. And I cut out, oh yeah, I forgot, I cut Amazing Friend, these die cuts, and what I was going to do was I'm going to pop them, I'm not quite sure where, I might just pop them along the bottom. I'll just quickly glue them on. Isn't that just beautiful? Absolutely love that. So yeah, gorgeous, and then you can of course carry it as well. Beautiful gift. So thanks for watching, take care, and bye for now.